Hello everybody. How you doing tonight? I hope the answer to that is awesome. And so just while I get everything ready, I'd like to say welcome to Tracy Creating. I'm Tracy, and throughout this video, may you be inspired, learn something new, or simply relax while you're watching. So I'm just pulling this up on another device, which I thought I had the volume down. There we go. And then I can see who comes into the chat box and also if there are any questions. So that is all set now. Awesome. Alrighty. I'll just move that a little. I will move the camera throughout anyway because I think the top view will have my hand blocking the drawing. So putting gloves on because I'm very comfortable putting gloves on when I am because I don't want to have my oil from my skin or anything all over the background, whether it's a painting or an ink or resin or anything. So I like to still have gloves on for that. So now it will just be a moment to find good placement because I think you need to see from a different angle without not seeing it. So I think that's pretty good. So hey there, Mandy, how you doing? How was your day? I'm just going to give the Posca marker. This is a 5M, so bullet shaped and 1.8 to 2.5 millimeters thick. Giving it a shake, and then I'll test it on the back of a piece of cardboard or similar. Yep, that looks pretty, like a pretty good flow to it. Okay. All right, so this is one where what I'd like to do for October is participate in Inktober. I'm still trying to work out how I would do that and what my journey of it is. And I came across Draw Tangles with Dawn, and she was doing an explanation of Neurotangle, although it's not really a tangle. So I thought this beautiful, colourful alcohol piece that I did a while back for a background would be great for that. Lots of different colours and markings within the sheet. That's on Yupo paper. So it was good. Awesome. How was yours? Interesting. There's been a few things going on around here, so it was interesting, and yeah, so a little bit of fun. Thank you for asking. And so, right. So as I mentioned, Dawn was showing this Neurotangle, which isn't technically a tangle, but it is something, and I thought, gee, that looks like a lot of fun, and I think I'd like to try that. So I'm going to start off by creating a border. So I'm just going to approximate to there and there, so I can see a start and a finish point. Same over here, approximate there and there. Now I'm just going to draw the lines because it doesn't have to be straight. It doesn't have to be bendy or curvy, just go with it and let yourself be, whoa, free, as I completely did a huge curve. So just go with it. And this one here. There we go. So that is a border. And then within that border, what I'm going to do is create some lines. So I can either follow some of the lines through here, which would be pretty interesting. So I will do that. I can see there's a line that comes here. So through here, up here and around to here. So I might just create that line. And then have a look for another few lines. So try and go from different sides. Always start on one side but end on a different side. That's just what I'm choosing to do. So I think we'll go from here, come up through here, and over there. So you can also, as I mentioned, do straight lines. I like the movement of a bit of the curve. And this is something that you can do. You don't have to have a painted background. You can have a blank one and close your eyes and just do some big loops. So I might do a loop actually. Let's go with here, come around, bit of a loop, and over to there. It's nice. Sorry about that. So I'll do one over here as well. Might try and encase this circle effect here. So if we come up this way, there we go. And just because I think it looks pretty amazing, I might do around that one as well. Come up, go around here. Just breaking off some of the colours, but I don't want to do too much because otherwise it may, it will increase the time of the video. So there we go. Okay, so that's pretty much tangled and liney. So if I can get you, okay. So what we're going to do is just look at where the lines meet and create a curve. Let me do it on a brighter section. So here, we're going to come round and make that a curve instead of a point and fill in that section. Okay, and also this point here, so come from this side and up to this one, fill it in. Fill it in and fill it in. So you're rounding off all the points. So do it here again. Curve it around. Fill it in. So if anybody's watching and they've actually previously participated in Inktober and have any tips for me, please write that down in the comments or the chat box. I'd love some tips on anything you've learnt from experience with that. And this is pretty much it. This is a very repetitive type thing, but the effects are really cool. So come down this side and this one. So you're just getting all the pointed corners and rounding them out and filling it in. So that one there, fill that in. And I'll go along here. So I'll try and go in line with what you can see in the screen at one time. So I think this is a really relaxing and fun to watch and do. Watch and do, absolutely. Neurotangle. And I'll try and match that up with a line. And I believe it was called that because it looks like neurons and things in your brain. And they're all connected. I'll just turn this a little bit while that bit's definitely drying off to a little bit up this side now. So with this circle here, it's still the same thing. Round out the sharp pointed edges, corners, connection points, and fill it in. So just soften. When there's a big space, just soften off that curve. There we go. And that one circle turned into like two ovals. There we go. This has got a lot of pigment underneath here in the alcohol ink, so I'll just quickly go over this. I don't know what you can see from those darker, stronger areas of the background. And moving along to this brighter section. So yeah, there we go. Around. Now this is something that I like to do. I love doodling. I love exploring some of these tangles. And I do find it very relaxing and enjoyable. And that's why some of my videos were just about making backgrounds so that you have something to make a choice of what you'd like to do on top of it. I just soften that one out. Okay, moving along over here. It does help. This is a very large nib for petite, finer details, but it's also a very good nib for filling in areas quickly. So when you're trying to match up from one side or the other to round off those corners, it is sometimes takes a little bit of concentration to smooth out and join into that previous line without leaving a mark where you've stopped and started. Okay, this bit here. have a look. Right, so we'll turn that again. And so I just keep trying to move it so that I can make sure that you're still in frame, that I'm still in frame, and you can see the area I'm working on no matter the colour of the background. Okay. So that's it. As you can see, just the same, repeat it over, which is why it's so relaxing. You can let go and just be completely relaxed and following. All you need to do is follow on to the next area. Soften the curve and colour it in. Soften, colour. It's kind of, I think is it mindful or mindless? Because it's so relaxing. And you can do this with those straight lines that I mentioned earlier, or with a scribble. Close your eyes, let your emotions scribble out a pattern. So internet is buffering here. Oh no. Oh, that's a shame, but I understand it happens sometimes. Thank you for coming back the other night and leaving a comment. I appreciate that. Have you had storms up there? Rain, Mandy? We've had some lovely rain around here. Then I'm going to work around this circle. This corner. This one. Just soften it. So you can see now that we're getting to the area that we began in. And now just having a look and seeing, have I curved out all those sharp meeting points of the lines and softened out any other sections. See, there was mention at, see how these can make a nice diamond type of effect, to actually, here for example, where there's a really big line, you could come out and create an effect, a little diamond halfway through, just for effect. One over there, we'll do one up here as well. So just going out, maybe if we did that. Out and in. It just gives a plain line that little bit of extra. So if we looking here, cross through it like that, that's what I just did before, and curve it in to join the line. And as I mentioned before, this is a very large nib on this Posca marker. So sometimes having multiple sizes of the one color can be great tool. Okay, another diamond there. I think we'll have one here as well. Come out for a diamond and back in. Out and back in. I think that one gave the best result. So starting, find just one more spot here, I'd say. So coming out and then back in, like a bit of a shark's fin when you're drawing it, and then one mirroring that on the other side. I think randomly this one deserves a circle of its own. Oh, I did get too close there. Just round off those. And whoa, that one leaked, so I'm going to leave that. A lot of Posca marker ink right there. Must have pushed too hard on that one. And then a little bit here, come out. Alrighty. Resin Heaven Studios, Sue Ashworth. Good evening to you. Am I going to do the corners? Yeah, I was just looking at that as well. And even though it's the border, I think yes. So that rounded off the corner. I think that would definitely tie it all in. I'll have to be very careful now of that big blob. Of this side. So now here. There we go. So we'll come down and we'll do a close-up before we sign off. And yeah, so if you've participated in Inktober previously, please do. If you have any tips or suggestions, please do leave it in the comment box below. That'd be awesome. There's a couple of bubbles in that blob. And I think that looks pretty cool. Looks like a bit of fun. With a finer marker, there's also the possibility of doing, oh, sorry, camera arm. There we go, that's spot on. Finer detail. And I think this one here looks like it needs, looks very empty. And I do like how this blob created that dimension section in there. So I'm going to also create that over here. Not the big blob, but just the coloured in section on that side. And on this side as well. See that bubble? See if I can pop it. Nope, the bubble's still there. Alrighty, there we go. Yeah, so I definitely think that doing those corners did tie it all in together. Use a pin, yeah. I'll do that afterwards. I think all my pins are over next to the sewing machine right now. So, bit of fun, bit of relaxation, and being free to just create lines, whether it's closing your eyes and letting frustrations, letting your day out. Like, let go of anything that happened during the day, get it out on paper, and something you might be able to look back on in time to come and go, gee, that was a bad day. Or, gee, I must have had a great day that day. You might notice bad days are a little bit more jagged. Good days might be a little bit more loopy. So, yeah. Alrighty, so thank you. Please subscribe while we do our close-up. Please subscribe, like, comment and share. It really does help. And I look forward to my videos with you guys. So I'll get that bubble afterwards. Yeah, it's lovely to create and share this with people who appreciate it, as well as those who offer inspiration as well and suggestions. So here we go. I love how the background gave it, you know, all those vibrant colours with those black lines. So there we have it. All right, thank you. And have a good night. Thank you, Mandy. You too. And yeah, so thank you very much. Thanks, Sue. Good night to you. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And if you have to go anywhere, please take care. It is important because you are important. And from myself always, be kind, be creative, and be fabulous. Bye.